participating. I definitely want to do like some feedback at the end and talk a little bit. My notes are like literally all over the place. So I think right now the general feeling has been pretty much like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. The holidays, I packed on the pounds. I don't really know what I want. It's, people have this sense of overwhelmed feeling this time of year. And I think one of the limitations that we're putting on ourselves is really not having clear goals. So what I want you guys to think about is everyone is very busy. Everyone is overwhelmed. But I don't let those excuses get in the way. And I know that many of the top leaders don't let those excuses get in the way. Like having conversations with some of the successful leaders on the in Isagenix, they all have stuff. Single parents, 3 kids. They have so much other stuff going on. But the difference between them, it's funny, somebody wrote, there's a million memes about Beyonce, right? But how Beyonce does it all and does everything and she's into a million things. But guess what? Beyonce has the same amount of hours in the day that we all do. So we can't let exhaustion and getting overwhelmed really, and husbands and toddlers and children and holiday planning really get in the way of our dreams. And that's what we're doing. I mean, we're building towards our dreams. It was funny because someone, I remember being at Victoria Brunetti's house and the girl was like, oh my God, you're putting in all those hours and you're only doing this. And Vicky's like, she doesn't understand that I'm building my nest egg. And that's what I want you guys to understand is that the effort and the work that you're putting in today really is fueling your dreams, So I want us all to get off this call with really a list of to-dos. I want us to get off this call with some clarity because frankly, a lack of time is a poor excuse to disconnect from your dreams and building a life that we deserve. And I know that so many of us have different goals, special goals. Some of us are on a mission to help, 1,000 people get healthy. Others are wanting to retire their husbands. Others want to pay off a mortgage or just save up enough money for their children's school. So I want us all to really get off this call with some type of anchor and some type of foundation, and some groundwork. And for me, I like numbers. If somebody presented me with numbers and said, Ange, you need to have 100 conversations to sign up 10 people to make one consultant, like I would know what I was going for. We're all prone to saying yes to a million things. And I know that life can get overwhelming, but I think that changing a few things and committing to a few minor things and making this a priority is really what it's going to be. I mean, the busiest people are the ones that are getting it done. We have a lot of great enrollers on the team, and it doesn't mean that their refrigerator is empty and they don't go food shopping for their family. It just means that they prioritize and put in the work. So, I really want you guys to know that each and every one of you is here because you want to grow, because you want to get to executive. And I'll talk about the benefits of getting to executive. But you're all on this call because you really want to change some aspect of your life. So I want to help you set up goals. And what I'm going to tell you is that you're going to get uncomfortable. It is going to be uncomfortable to have a million conversations and to help a million people and to help others before you help yourself. It is going to be uncomfortable. But you know what? No successful person ever grew from staying stuck and being the same. Nobody. And there's a lot of successful people on this call who are currently thriving in their profession, and they'll tell you, It takes time, it takes goal setting, it takes hours and dedication. You know, tonight we have 34 people on this call. Sad to say, not all 34 are going to hit executive. Some will, the ones who commit, the ones who set goals, and the ones who really drive. So what I've done for this group is I've invited Zach Slobin to be a guest on our call. Have you guys ever heard of Zach and Eden Slobin? They're leaders in Isagenix, and you know, some may feel stagnant. His business is thriving. And I asked him, what is the secret to your success? He said, getting my people off Facebook. I mean, if you guys put up 2 posts a day, right? And some of you may even be using Post Planner. Facebook is just one small way to capture leads. It's not everything. What I find is many people throw up a post on Facebook and say, well, nobody messaged me this week, maybe next week. Successful people are not doing that. And I want to share with you guys, and I want to be honest and authentic, because the things that I have done, and I sent Ed a picture and we talked about it a little bit earlier today, because I wanted to be able to share this and show this to you guys. I don't know how clear the photo is. Let me do a little screen share, and screen share, desktop. I see Sabina. Can you see the picture that I'm showing right now? This is 3 weeks into my program, because for 3 weeks, I didn't enroll anyone. I wanted to make sure that it worked. And when I did start my first week, I enrolled 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Every single one of them was with a 9-day pack. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was excited. My second week, if I can show you, I enrolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people. My third week, I enrolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 and 7 is 16 and 4. I enrolled 20 people my first month of building a business with Isagenix. So I don't want to bullshit you guys and just say, you know, just talk to someone here and there and you'll make it. That's not what it takes to make it. That's not what it takes to make it. To get to that 6-figure income, to raise to executive, you are going to have to roll up your sleeves. You're going to have to dedicate hours of time, and you're going to have to commit to it. I mean, if you determine that this is not for you and you just want to maybe be here for the wonderful community, that's great. But this is a race to executive. This is for people who are going to put in the time and the hours. And I have to be honest with you, my coach didn't send me so much as a book. Not a gift, not a consultant bonus, nothing. I did this because I wanted to do this. And that's how you have to take this. You have to really throw the excuses out of the door. My kid had soccer, I was busy, I had a work event, I had this. Everybody's got stuff. But is this important enough that you're going to dedicate time to it? I mean, I hear from leaders that were hiding in the bathroom during their lunch hour to try to get in their 2 to 3 phone call. This is not the kind of thing that you're going to wing and just get there. So we've got 8 weeks and we're all racing to executive. Some of you have fallen off and you're missing a great deal of money in leadership pools, which you absolutely deserve. And some of you haven't been there yet. So if you currently have 2 consultants and are a manager, you need 8 more consultants in 8 weeks. What are you going to do to create a consultant a week? You got to be enrolling people. You have to have the conversations. It's no magic. It's nothing special. I did a demonstration today of a prospecting call. I posted in a group. She wanted information. She wanted me to send her information. I said, that's not how we do it. We got to have a conversation. I got her on the phone, and here's her name and number right here, somebody who I put in my index card box that I'll be following up with. There's no tricks. There's no hidden secrets that maybe you guys don't know about. And I have to tell you, anyone would be willing to help you with a 3-way phone call if you feel that you're not strong at enrolling or that you're not good at sharing your story. Any one of us would be happy to help. But are you putting in the work? Are you willing to put in the work? So what we have on the line right now, and we always try to think of things that are going to be fun and incentivize and $50 Crystal consultant, but you guys know that's not what it's going to take. You guys know that $50 bonus is not going to drive you. You have to want it. You know that from the bottom of your heart. The same way you're going to decide to do a 30-day program and you're like, this is it. I've gotten too fat. I gained back 10 pounds. I got to commit to doing the program, is the same way you have to grow your business. You have to commit. It's not going to work if you're not talking to people. You cannot put up a post on Facebook and expect 40 different leads. What are you going to do to go after it? So some of the leaders on the corporate call were saying that some of the things that worked for them are launch parties. Not only did they do launch parties in their home, but then they went around and did a launch party for every teammate. And that's how Laura Stevens and Kelly Dickerhoof really built a business in the middle of desolate Washington State. That's how, oh my God, I forgot her name. Mary Kay, can someone remind me? Hillary Courtney. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's how Hillary Courtney built her business. Lynn Hagedorn would drive 4 hours each way for a launch party. So it's really the action and the work and the conversations that you're putting in. Some people post on Facebook and they just wait. It's not going to get you the life that you deserve. I mean, I know that if I didn't have my 3 conversations today, I know that my week of enrollments will suffer. If my week of enrollments will suffer, my next month will be poor. This is something that I'm building for my family, and it's also something I want to do for me. You know what? If you have a $10,000 month, why not push yourself and see, you know what if I can have a $20,000 month? What if I can hit 4-star? If you're 3-star, why wouldn't you push yourself to 4-star? It's the cycle of growth. I often give my ex-husband as an example how he ate the same turkey bologna sandwich for work every day, but that's how I feel. I don't want to be stuck at 8-star. I want to grow. I want to know that my team is growing. And that's how you should all feel, whether you're a consultant or manager or a 4-star. That growth is important for yourself, for everything, for your team. I have to tell you that your team will do exactly what you guys are doing. It's the way it works. If your team sees you working hard and enrolling, they're going to work hard and have those conversations and enroll. If your team sees you getting uncomfortable and going to launch parties and doing different things to really commit to making this happen, they're going to do it. If your team sees you, I don't know if there's any children here, but if your team sees you just putzing around, they're going to do the same. Your team's going to say, well, you know what? Vicky's fooling around and she's doing all right. I can kind of slack off too. That's not the example that I want to set. I want my team, my girls, my newly enrolled to see truly what it takes. And I pulled up all my reports to see what I did in my first 9 months. I enrolled over 250 people. I wanted it, but that's what it took to get me that 6-figure. And then more people believed in what I was doing. When you hit a rank, it's not just inspirational to you. It gives everybody in your team permission to dream big because they look and they say, my gosh, if Vanessa can hit 2-star, I can do this. She works and she did it, I can do it. And when your team sees you go first, I feel like it just opens the floodgates. It creates momentum. I mean, how exciting is it when someone on our team rank advances, right? Kristen hit Crystal Manager yesterday. I think we were all celebrating on her call, on her advancement. It is awesome to see one of us grow and succeeding. So before I turn it over to Ed and hear from some of our leaders, I just want to talk to you guys about the Crystal Executive Group, and I hope that my phone cooperates. So, Race to Crystal Executive, we basically put up for the next 10 days in an effort to help you make more consultants, an extra $50 to anyone who you convert to a consultant within 48 hours of their enrolling, right? So that should get the conversation open right away. They just enrolled. Who do you know? Who do you know? There's $200. Who can I talk to? What two friends want to do this with you? We have the 5 points of contact, the 5 simple touches, day 1, day 5, day 8. Use that to help them get comfortable with the idea of sharing. And so what Executive has meant for me, Executive has given me, I'd say about $300,000 in my income. It's given me a 10% match from what all my consultants are doing. So if you are executive and you have 10 consultants, like Vicky's cycling 40 times, Sophia's cycling 30 times, Beth cycling, 60 times, I'm getting 10% of all their cycles, which is magnificent. So that's one big thing that you lose by not being executive. You're not getting that weekly 10% match. The second thing you're losing out on is company recognition. That's pretty important to be an upstanding executive. It's the highest title in our company. And, Kathy calls you and congratulates you and the team celebrates. Really, really, it's a high rank and it's a special one. And I would say less than 10% of the people in the company hit it. I mean, I want to be a 10%er. I want to be a top dog. I want to be an Emily Vavra. I want to do what those guys are doing because they're doing something right. And another thing is that when you reach Crystal Executive, you get to participate in leadership pools. And last month, I don't remember the month before, but last month, just for the growth of my team, I got an extra $3,000. It's like someone saying, hey, Frida, you look cute. Here's $3,000 for doing absolutely nothing. It's kind of nice to get that extra bonus because you're like, holy shit, $10,000. I could totally freaking use that right now. There's a lot of money on the table. More importantly, if your team does not see you at executive, they're going to lose that $10,000 that's on the table. There's a lot of money on the table. $50 for consultant, $250 for manager, $750 for Crystal director, $1,000 for executive, another $2,000 for 20 consultants, up to 20 consultants, an extra $250 for this 5 cycle match. 1 star, $1,000, 2 star, $2,000, 3 star, $3,000. Guys, there's $10,500 on the table that your people are not taking advantage of simply because you did not go first and pave the way for them. It is so, so important to give them permission to do that. And if they see you doing it, they will do it as well. So here's the group. Your goal is to make consultants. For every consultant that you personally make, you're going to get a raffle ticket. We're going to choose a name out of the raffle at the end of the 8 weeks, and we're going to give 2 free tickets to Celebration. Do you guys think that's encouraging or motivational to receive 2 free tickets? Yeah, awesome. So I'm going to speak to corporate and see if they will back us up on this and throw in a free hotel room. Would that kind of sweeten the deal? Okay, awesome. Awesome. And then anyone who hits executive for the first time ever, and we have a lot of first timers. I see Randall, I see Sally, I see Nicole, Elizabeth. We have a lot of first timers. If you hit executive for the first time, and this was Ed's idea and he was all for it, not only are you going to get 2 free tickets to the Todd Falcone training on February 25th, but you're going to get to come with us to that 2-star retreat to Arizona. We had a beautiful dinner our first night there. Our second day we spent at corporate headquarters. We got to tour the building. We rented a bus, like this big black limo bus. It was really cool. And we get to spend a day learning from Kathy Coover and Jim and Travis. And I think that anyone who busts their ass and gets to Crystal Executive within the next 8 weeks should most definitely be on that trip with us. And I want to thank Ed for putting that on the table. It was very gracious of you, because that's about $2,000 a person. So we are really willing to be there for three-way phone calls, invest money, time, effort, whatever we can do to help you grow. The only thing you have to do is want it. So how many of you are on this call kind of just to check it out? And how many of you guys are really going to be racing to Crystal Executive in the next 8 weeks? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the this is the push. So I've got Zach Slobin to give us a training next week. I've got Kathy Coover coming on the week after. I still have to plan out the remainder of the 8 weeks, but I mean, you've got all the tools, all the training. The only thing you have to do is want it. So I want to hear about what some of your goals are. What would it mean to you to hit executive? And I will pick every third box on this one. So 1, 2, 3. How about Vicki? What would it mean for you if you hit executive by NYKO? Oh, and by the way, a recognition dinner at NYKO. So you're going to get an award from the team, and we're going to take you guys out to dinner. And we're going to try to get Donovan from corporate to join us and PK Smith for that dinner to acknowledge and celebrate you guys. So what would it mean to you, Vicki?
It would mean a lot. I mean, I just remember the race that got me there the last time, just that motivation to keep doing it. And I'm about 4 away from hitting it again. I just got to work on my right side. I have like 7 on my left and 1 on my right. So
yeah,
I could definitely do it. I know that. And I would love to do it by the time NYKO rolls around. I think it's 100% possible. And it would show my team that I hit it again twice and definitely, stay there.
Yeah, yeah. And it would encourage them to do the same. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. How about you, Sally? What would it mean for you to hit executive?
Let's see. It would be incredibly awesome, exciting, and I feel like I'm getting more ramped up. And I've made some calls today. I've had conversations today, but I love the motivation because I would love to go to the leadership training in February.
Yeah.
It's exciting to be able to help people. I love to see my friends starting to feel better and inquiring and calling and talking. So it's very motivating.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not selling them a vacuum. You're selling them their life back. And it really is a gift. And, Isagenix pays you to talk about that gift. The money that they could spend in advertising, instead they invest in us. So 1, 2, 3. How about you, Angela Wallace? What would it mean to you and your family if you can hit executive in the next 8 weeks?
Boy, I could pay off a lot of bills, move out of my house that I don't like anymore. I could just do so many things. Have a great vacation.
Yeah.
And excite all my friends about changes that they can do.
Yeah, for sure. And you're in the medical field,
Mm-hmm.
and how many cases do you see come from food abuse? Obesity, diabetes, heart issues, strokes. I mean, all things that are truly preventable by changing up our diet and putting better nutrition. I firmly believe that this is a gift and it's priceless. And I tell people about it selflessly over and over and over. And I don't get hurt when they say no, because it's not about me. It's about helping others. So 1, 2, 3. How about you, Randall? How would it impact your life and your family if you hit executive in the next 8 weeks?
I would be on top of the world, literally. I've definitely been feeling like I've been struggling lately, so I'm really trying to push, these last 8 weeks of the year and obviously into the new year. So But I know I've done a couple other, direct sales businesses and stuff like that. So I know going into this, my husband was super skeptical, considering this was my fourth one. So I think I've already earned enough income to kind of, shut him up a little bit, but definitely hitting executive will definitely maybe even get him on board to start a 30-day program. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it would definitely, change our, entire life and, moving back to our home state and, just being able to, buy our dream home ultimately.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big deal, and they do a lot for us. They pay us for a lot of different things. There's also the manager pool, so anyone who is a manager or above gets to participate in the holiday pool, and depending on how many enrollments you have is how many shares you have. I mean, there's quite a bit of money in there that I will get in December, and I don't have to dip into my savings account to get my family some quality presents or a trip or something special that I want to do for them. It's really, there's 8 different ways that we get paid. So 1, 2, 3. How about you, Alina? What would hitting executive do for you? Oh, hang on. Okay, you're unmuted now.
Hi. Well, I've actually been super close to hitting executive earlier this year. I think I was up to 8 consultants, and I never quite made it. So I'm would really love to get to the executive level. And I know just hitting Crystal Director last spring after NYKO really just changed things for me. And just our finances are so much better now, and as a direct result of what I've been doing with Isagenix. So it would just mean less stress for our family. And this week has just been really exciting for me. I created my very first Crystal Manager, which was super exciting. And I think Kristen and her sister are going to be joining us at NYKO. So it would be just awesome to go there as an executive with just a new, exciting, energetic team.
Yeah, and what a beautiful example you will be setting to them. I felt like when I hit executive, it just said to the rest of my team, guys, if I can do this, you can do this. You've got to do this. It will give them permission to go. And really, it's that important. People on your team do not look to me and Ed for a connection or a relation or validation. They look to you. Irina's team wants to see what Irina's going to do first. And if she paves the way, and if she sets the tone, her team will emulate what she's doing. So it's important. And maybe some of us don't have a lot of great people who see the vision. That means you have to get on the ball and enroll more. And enrolling really is the lifeline of our business. It's about bringing new people. I'm not going to pester the old ones and say, hey, come on. I'm going to go out and find the new team. I'm going to get 10 enrollments by December and hit Crystal Executive again. I want it. I want it again. I want the energy. I want the excitement of a new team. So how about you, Ed? Do you want to share a little bit? Is everyone excited about racing to Crystal Executive? I think we have a kick-ass group. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. And I mean, I see 37 people on the call. I can't imagine what corporate would be like if 37 of us went to Arizona together. I mean, that would be crazy. So, and a lot of fun, a lot of fun. We have a wonderful trip for the Top Millionaire in Action, and that's Randall, Irina, and Sophia. And I'm planning a really cool trip to New York City. We're going to do an escape room, and we're going to go to the restaurant Tao and have a great. There's just so much fun, guys, and we're helping people. We really are doing something so beneficial for others. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in that. And even though you might be shy or scared or humble or nervous, whatever it is, too modest, it doesn't matter. You're helping somebody else change their life. And little by little, you get better. Somebody commented in the leadership panel and was like, oh my God, I could never have a conversation like that. Like, I need to put you in my pocket or something. I had more than 3,000 conversations to get that good and that fluid and really get to the point. I mean, my first 5 conversations were awful, and I did not have the upline support that you guys do. I mean, we really have amazing tools. So before I pass it over to Ed, I really wanted to share with you guys, I wonder how many of us are utilizing Isagenix Business, because I went through it with a new person today. Randall, can you see my page? Just nod if you do. Alina, can you see my screen share right now? Okay, so if you go to Isagenix Business and you hit start here, I mean, step 1, use the products, get an IsaBody, utilize Healthy Mind and Body. Step 2, develop, make your list and develop your story. Best tool is the memory jogger. Who do you know? How to develop your 30-second story. Magnificent tool from David Wood. Here, how to connect. Social media, talking to people in the street. Here's some tools for starting conversations. What have you been up to? How's your job going? Are you on a holiday or on a vacation? Have you seen the newspapers lately, all the environmental pollutants? You're really good at what you do. I bet you get paid. I mean, there's so many tips for us on how to connect. And this, The Art of Connecting, is with Kyle Nicrash. This is a great podcast. Opening lines and then sharing the story. Here's the digital tool. Here's iSaMovie. Here's the new member app. Here's a launch party kit. I really wonder how many people are going in here and utilizing this. The associate checklist, teaching your team the U+2, them +2. And this is for us, guys. This is the path to Crystal Executive. I want every single person to print this out and put 10 names, because you need to know where you're going. Everyone has to have a new sheet. Who are you going to help go to consultant? Who are your 10 people? Who are you going to have those conversations with? What coach are you going to utilize to help you with those conversations? I mean, Isagenix Business is wonderful. It's wonderful. There's so much stuff here. How to launch your business for the 90-day game plan, different training tools. This is Jim Coover going over the compensation plan, the inventor of the comp plan going over it in detail. Building that contact list. I mean, this is a great podcast by Kathy Savage about how to build your contact list, how to connect with people. Kathy Coover maxed out 3 different businesses. You have to watch this. You have to. One a day. Start watching one a day. 10, 20 minutes of your day, and then get into action. We've got too many people that are reading books, going to events, getting ready to get ready to get ready. I mean, you got to have the conversations to make it happen. So today, I would like all of you to really commit to letting the excuses go. And I'm going to have you all repeat after me. I mean, I know this sounds silly, but I want you all to repeat after me. Today, I let go of the excuses and go after the life of my dreams. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Today, I get rid of the excuses and I go for the life of my dreams.
I go for the life of my dreams.
Oh, thanks, Ed. That was like a little delayed.
Your mute button's broken.
This is it, guys. I mean, it's truly up to you. You can take as many promotions or earn as much as you want to. You get to decide. Are you going to continue to cycle once a week, make $200 a month? Or do you want to cycle 20 to 60 times a week and really, really earn enough money to do more than just survive? How many lives are you going to impact is going to be a direct reflection of how you're going to grow. So I'm going to pass it over to Ed. And then I'd like to hear from some of our leaders, some of our fall Blitz leaders who did an amazing job coaching their teams. And I want to hear what they plan on doing.
Hey guys, so real quick, Alina, where is she? She's somewhere here. So I got off the phone with Christine and Rebecca. They're both racing to Crystal executive, and they're going to bring Trisha on a call after this. So you got your work cut out for you. But guys, that's exciting, right? Because Kristen hit Crystal Manager. One of her coworkers said, "What is that?" and signed up today. Is hitting consultant probably as we speak, and is committed for Crystal Manager already, just because she wanted to know what that was. And then her sister is shooting for Crystal Manager. So it's true. People are want to follow you, right? You run to executive, they're going to run to executive. Another important reason, I mean, I'm currently an executive. I think I'm down like 13 consultants. But I know 70 to 80% of those will not be around next year. They just won't. The whatever 10 or plus consultants I had last year, only 2 or 3 of them are still here with me this year, right? So it's important to make consultants, and it's literally 2 consultants a week. So if you guys decide to do this, race for it. It's not that hard, but it's the effort that has to be put into it. Plus all the new promotions that are coming out. It's a cat. I thought I had a rat in my house. Okay, sorry. But, they just announced the holiday bonus pool. Starts up again as of today for next year, $4 million. Guys, when you're an exec, it's 10 shares a week into that pool. And I think I don't know, have you looked, Angela? I think it's about $3,800, $3,900 we're going to get paid out in about 2 or 3 weeks. Just a bonus pool. I have to look at the exact number, but just to stay the executive, 10 shares a week, $4,000, guys. Does that help anybody? Right before you go Christmas shopping, $4,000 just for staying at executive. They're cutting down. If you guys are on the call, you heard, there's a ton of promotions going on. They're going to cut the number of promotions, but they're going to increase the promotions we have. And if you guys know Isagenix, that's just putting money into your pocket. The leadership pools, I know when, I think it was the 2 to 4 star pool, Angela, I think used to be $13 when we went to Hilton Head. It was $13 a share, right? For a 2 to 4 star leadership pool. Today it's $18 a share. That's a $5 jump a share in just 2 years, right? And so, if you're an executive and you're cycling 20 plus times a week, if 2 star and above, you're getting those shares. I mean, that's crazy money. Angela's talking about, I think, what'd you say, 300,000 or something you made just in leadership pools, right?
And executive match.
Yeah, the match. So, I mean, guys, just contemplate that. What happens when you get to executive? Plus, if you hit executive, you're just setting yourself up. And this came from Kathy Coover last night. If you guys choose to disagree with her, that's on you, but I won't. You start today to build a 6-figure 2017, right? You don't start January 1st or 2nd when your hangover is gone. You start today, right? That's just how it works. So, it's really important to do that. And plus, think about, Angela's talking about the money and the freedom. Think about the trips you get to go on. Went to Maui, and we're going to Banff. Angela went to Rome, to freaking Louis Vuitton, to shop for free on Isagenix. Think about the stuff. And when we go on these trips, Hilton Head, we took our kids. Maui, I got to take bus. There's so many promotions, so many, trips, the money, everything that you can get from being an executive. right? And it's important. Another thing Kathy said last night, which is very important, I started doing that today, is, most of you have enrolled a ton of people, right? So, if you've been around, the new ones are enrolling. Just because somebody's not active doesn't mean they're not to be reached out to, right? Think about it. 2017 is coming, and what does everyone put on their New Year's resolution? Health and wellness, right? I want to make more money. I want to be healthier, right? You have the tool to help them do that. So don't discount anybody, right? Don't discount anybody. And if they're not interested, ask for referrals. It's very important to get off Facebook. I think Isagenix and Isagenix consultants, put network marketing at a different pace with Facebook. Right? I see people from other companies trying to do what we do now, right? So we got to step up our game. We can't continue to do anything. We have to grow. Launch parties. Bess and I did a corporate event at Keller Williams last week. It was awesome. We have tons of leads. And what was great about it is everyone walking around is drinking protein shakes, just not ours. And that's awesome. We're going to flip them around, right? Corporations want their people healthy. If you work in a corporation or your spouse or your neighbor, ask them, set up a table, see if they're doing a vendor event, see if they're doing a health and wellness event. Launch parties. Guys, if you have large teams and you have people on your team that have great success stories and are not sharing, pick up the phone, call them, say, I'm coming over Wednesday, I'm going to bring some free products. Can you invite 2 or 3 friends over? I want to get you some money. Something so simple. Who's going to say no? The person that you helped lose 10, 15 pounds is going to say, no, you can't come to their house. Right? I forget who it was, Vanessa in the yard sale groups. I've been talking about yard sale groups forever. Right? She posted something and got a ton of hits. Reach out to those people, connect with those people. Right? All of you are going to be around family this week. Right? Holiday parties. But your family, have a note, paper. Hey, who do you work with that I can call? Who do you know that I can call? When can I come by your office and just share my story? When is your lunch? Is that, talk to people, get contacts, get names, get phone numbers, right? Facebook is great, but, and it's going to be always great for us, but we have to find other routes to grow. Right, because I think what we do is the people that we enroll from Facebook, I think they, it's kind of in their head that, oh, they saw our post and that's why they enrolled. So if they put up a post, somebody's going to reach out to them and enroll. Does anybody still think that really works?
Well, there has to be a lot of different lead creations because during the time when people were debating Hillary and Trump, and things were so negative on Facebook and not a lot of positivity, not too many people were buying. But I think the professionals went out there and found different lead sources and created different methods. I think the amateurs kind of put up a post and, cross their fingers and hope for the best. But you don't build a 7-figure yearly income just hoping for the best. You really have to get into action.
Yeah, and and just I don't know if you guys remember, but I think Heather, Dawn, and I think Alina all shared awesome stories when we had that challenge during Blitz. They got to go into an office and how much fun it was, and Heather likes to go into bars or restaurants, wherever it is you go and meet people, and you enroll those people, right? Think about that action that you did and how much fun that was. Right? You guys were excited. That's why you shared your story. You didn't share your story because it sucked. You shared because it was exciting. You had fun doing it, right? Heather and Dawn, you guys used to do, and Missy, I don't know if she's on, I don't know, wine parties or whatever you guys call them. And Rhonda, you guys were having so much fun. Get back to that. Have fun with this, right? Posting on Facebook, waiting for people to call isn't fun, right? It's fun to scroll and spend hours wasting time, waiting for someone to come. That's not money generating, whatever word I'm looking for. It doesn't
I
make you
also think that to throw up a Facebook post takes 2 minutes. Today I posted in about 40 different Facebook groups, just copy and paste, and it took all but 20 minutes. So I think that if you do utilize Facebook, it should be for a 10-minute block of time, and that's it. You can't spend all day checking your notifications. There has to be other things that we have going on, like networking events, meetups, going into different offices, asking them if you can set up a Wellness Wednesday, going through your list, asking friends for referrals. I had great success just texting people in my phone book. And that's something I haven't done in 3 years.
Yeah. Think how exciting it's going to be if in the next 8 weeks, we're all shouting out new consultants. We're all being shouted out for hitting executive. Think what that's going to do for your team and the people that are watching you when 2017 hits. And then we go to NYKO and we're partying and they're miserable. Guess what? They're going to want to jump on board. Right? Nobody wants to be on somebody's team that's not doing anything. Right? We really got to hustle. I'll tell you guys, just real quick, a story, somebody that got into this business and, they worked their ass off. They found the time, right? One kid in his hands, one kid on her ear, blocking the other one away, 10, 15 calls a day, right? A couple years later, they had a shitty year and still made over $250,000 in a shitty year. I want you guys to think about that. What is it worth? What will you do to do that? What's it worth to you? How many calls, how many conversations a day is it worth for you to do that? Not Facebook posts, but actually talking to people, right? And guys, what better time to get people involved in Isagenix than now? And especially, they were talking about, I think a lot of our executive, committee changed in Isagenix this year, right? And a lot of companies that go through that kind of reorg usually don't grow. We grew. Isagenix still somehow grew from what they made last year, right? And so they position themselves, they're not even talking about, and this was crazy, I don't know if you caught this, Angela, they're not even talking about $1 billion anymore. They're talking about what's going to happen when they start shooting to 5, 7, and 10 billion. And how Isagenix in the next 3 to 5 years is going to be a household item. Everyone's going to have Isagenix.
So there's also a lot of important stuff and some changes. Ed talked about the infrastructure. We have all new corporate staff. Most of them come from billion-dollar companies with tons of experience. They're also right now launching this beta study group where they're going to be doing a whole new back office. They're coming up with new movies, new compensation plans.
Websites, ISA tools.
New website, new ISA tools. They're also going to be making more stuff for your mobile apps to make it much easier to enroll someone. They realize how time consuming and difficult it might be for a new person to enroll someone. There's also a wonderful buy it now button. And if you are a 3-star or above, you will get referrals. You will get leads. Anyone who hits buy it now and is not an Isagenix associate and chooses not to join with one, you will get their name and information as a lead source. You get the retail volume, but I also get their name and phone number. So I had a woman who ordered a 9-day. She didn't want to order through her friend because she didn't want to offend her. Now Stacy's in our group and I'm coaching her. So, not only do you get the retail volume, but you also have potential to work with another client who, if they have a great experience with you, might want to sign up as an associate. So they're really doing everything to grow this company. So you guys have to grow to partake in some of the benefits. a lot of new stuff is coming out. I mean, they're really, really launching 2017. There's going to be a tremendous initiative, and they're asking all the leaders to participate in starting a new IsaBody challenge. There's going to be a great whisper campaign about, getting in on the IsaBody challenge on January 2nd and really getting everyone lit up again and remembering why we fell in love with the products. So a lot of cool things that are going to be happening. I want to kind of go around and hear from our leaders what their goals are for 2017 and what their plan of action is going to be for the next 8 weeks. I'll start, I guess I can go in alphabetical order. How about Ellen?
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So my goal for the next 8 weeks is obviously to get back to executive, just like everybody else here. So I want to go beyond that, though. I don't want to just hit the 10 consultants. I want to, go beyond that, so that I feel like sometimes it's you make a consultant and you lose a consultant, and you make a consultant and lose. I want to not have to worry about that and have it stable on both sides, so that I don't have to worry about it. And just really taking advantage of those leadership pools. I know I think I was an executive for probably like a solid close to a year probably, and I know how ridiculously awesome they can be. So I'm excited to go back to there, and I'm excited to do this with all of you guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
How do you feel about the promotions that we set forth in terms of Crystal Consultant within the 48 hours, in terms of taking all new executives with us to Arizona, and as far as, what was the other thing, NYKO dinner and recognition, and the raffle for anyone who makes a consultant to do a raffle for 2 free tickets to Celebration and possibly a free hotel room if I can get corporate to back us. Do you think that's a good driving factor? Do you think that's a great incentive to push the team to do it?
Heck yes. Everybody loves prizes. I love prizes. Everyone loves free stuff. So I think that that's a huge, huge thing. Even though at the end of the day, even if there wasn't a prize, your prize is your business. Yeah. But this is just even more, some people are very prize driven, and, I think that that's exciting, and I think that that's a huge motivation for people. So yeah, I think it's a really great idea.
What's your big goal for 2017?
Gosh, so I want to hit 5-star. It's a big jump from 4-star to 5-star, but I think I can do it. I have a pretty amazing team right now, and it's just going to get stronger and stronger. And, being able to have those matching cycles once I hit executive will be important for that too. So I'd say that's going to be my goal for 2017.
So for those of you guys that don't know, Ellen is at 60 cycles, which is about 3,200 a week. And she is pushing to 5-star, which is about $5,400 a week. $5,400 a week times, 54 times, mother calculator, 54. I like math.
It's 2 new airplanes for her and Alan. That's what it is.
It's a stay-at-home mom earning $280,000 a year is what it would be. And to me, that's just pretty darn incredible not to have to lose a moment, away from your child, and still probably be making more than what 60% of the population makes, which is pretty darn cool. Getting to do that, braless and pajamas while holding the baby.
Yeah.
So very cool. How about Frida? What is your goal for the next 8 weeks?
I definitely want to hit executive, and I'm just coming back. I took a little bit, I feel like a sabbatical in the group and the team, and I definitely can feel it. You push away for a little bit and it all crumbles up below you, and everybody around you feels whatever you feel.
Yeah.
So I definitely know that I need to get to executive, and I did my first vendor event, and I found that I absolutely loved it. I loved meeting the people. I loved being in that environment. So that's something new that I started to do. I've signed up for 4 more. And it's something that I think is going to take me off of Facebook and not just sit there waiting, who didn't pick up my call and all that kind of stuff, but really meet the people. And so I'm putting myself out there with that. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't do it for so long.
Yeah.
But I think everyone should do those.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many different things to do. I have a vendor event coming Sunday the 27th. I have a wedding hall coming in December. It's about being in action. I don't care how much money you make. You know, I think that at this point, we're all still too new to take the pedal off the metal. Or the metal off the, did I say that right? I think we're all still too new to ease off.
Yeah.
We're still too new. When you have, like Ellen was saying, like some cushion, 15 solid consultants on one side, 15 solid consultants on the other, you know, then you can kind of step away for a month or two, relax, take a break, work, but never walk away. Not yet. I think it's too soon for all of us to really take the foot off the gas. So you got to go balls out. You really got to get back and make 8 consultants. And if you are enrolling like an animal, you can absolutely do that in 8 weeks. And what a thrill it would be for your team to see you getting recognized at NYKO, because it would give them all permission that it can be done, it will be done, and it must be done.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
I mean, I also put in, speaking of sabbatical, I put in for my sabbatical for next year. So I'm taking the year off next year. And for me to do that means I've got to grow this business. You know, I'm not taking off just to enjoy it. I'm taking off to be like everyone else that I see. You know, I want to be that stay-at-home mom. And the conversations I have with my husband is, I'm a teacher, I have a career, I have the pension, I have it all, but I don't want it. I want to stay home. You know, my son today said, you missed on the turkey trot and this thing and that thing. He's like, no one was there to support me. And I was like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's, I finally want to be that person. I'm going to bow out of teaching and that's it.
Yeah. Go all in. Yeah. And it's, you know what, you still have 8 months of teaching. You can do this while you're still there.
Yeah. I'm grateful for the job, for the career that I have. And I'll always be grateful for it.
Yeah. Thank you, Frida. What about you, Heather? What do you think about this race to executive? What's your goals?
I'm super excited. Can you hear me? I don't have my earbuds, but can you hear me through my computer? Okay. Super excited. It's what I need to get me going for sure. Gosh, I fell off. I need 4 more, I think. Yeah, 4 more consultants. I know I think I have 2 strong people right now, but I need to find new people. So
yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait. There's an urgency. We're not going to wait for someone to wake up.
Yeah. I'm excited for some events coming up, a lot of holiday bazaars and that sort of stuff of setting up tables, and I want to do my own home events and keep working on being known as the Isogenics lady.
Yeah.
The Isogenics ladies in Harford County.
Heather, you came with us to the 2-star retreat in Arizona. Can you talk a little bit about what that was like for you?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was so fun. It was cool to be able to bring JP, who's my boyfriend, to it so he could finally understand the culture and why I'm so crazy about it. To meet Jim and Kathy and other corporate executives from Isogenics, it was amazing. It was so cool to walk through that building and see the ins and outs of it and customer service and all that. Once in a lifetime experience. It was, well, hopefully not once in a lifetime. I'm going to go again next year, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
pretty darn amazing. And, you know, this year I really want you to focus on getting to executive and who are you going to have with you there next year, because seeing it and being there and it's kind of hard working from home. You kind of forget what this is all about. But when you walk into this ginormous building and you see the customer service and the staff, and you realize just how big of something you're a part of. Pretty incredible. Thank you, Heather. How about Irina? What are your goals for the next 8 weeks, and what are you going to do to really make it happen?
I definitely want to hit executive 100%, and I'm just going to go as many places as possible and just not keep going to the same places, and try to talk to as many people as possible. I want to do it because I want my girls to do it as well. And I feel like they're going to get stuck if I'm stuck. And I really want to do it for myself and my family as well. So I really have to just put myself out there and just talk to as many people as possible. Like, that's my goal.
Yeah. Awesome. And who else? Is Maria Tonry on? Is Michelle Kushner on? I see Michelle.
Hey, Ange.
Hi, Michelle.
So I am so excited about the race to executive again. I just remember the first time that I hit executive. That was my just a shining moment for me. I mean, it was so exciting to have that and to be able to hit that again. It just means security to me, to be honest with you. My husband, it's funny, he was laid off, and because of my connections with Isagenix, within a week he was able to have a job. And it's just everything about Isagenix is so unbreakable to me. There's not one word that anybody can say that would change my mind. And so to be able to grow and to bring some fresh blood with me, we've talked about this, and people that have the same feelings and the same motivation as I do to get there would be just, it would mean everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes we have to say back to the drawing board. You know, you've enrolled a batch of 5 and you're like, come on, let's do this. Let's get excited. And you've tried every trick and every magic hat and everything you can do. And they're just not excited. You know, I call it back to the drawing board. You got to get back out there and enroll in the next 5.
Right.
You know,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is really exciting, Michelle, and we look forward to having you in Arizona. I know you couldn't go, but this year, 2017, you got to be there.
No, I have to. I was really sad before. So, hey, I had to live vicariously through all of you, but
thank God for Facebook.
I know. Facebook, see? It's a great thing. Yeah. I just have to stop using it as much. Right.
Yeah, shut the notifications off. That's helpful. Let's see, is Sabina on? I know Sabina and Sophia led a Blitz team. Is either one of them on? Okay. How about Tammy? Thought I saw Tammy.
Yeah, she's there. She's on mute.
I think she's frozen.
Maybe she's frozen, yeah.
I got it. All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So my goal is to get 5 more consultants so I can get back to executive, and to hit 4-star. And I have an amazing team as well, and I know that I can get there and help them, a few of them to get to executive also. So it's very exciting.
What do you think it would mean to them if they saw you hit executive all over again?
I think that they would know that, if I can do it, they can do it too. And that, it really, of course, it takes a lot of hard work, but it is, attainable. So I think it would be very exciting for all of us.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. So does anyone else have any shares or takeaways? Anyone want to profess some goals or talk about what they're going to do different?
Can we have Nicole speak? She looks so quiet and unrestless, and I'm really excited about where her business is going.
Nicole G.
Nicole G.
Hi. I don't know why it says Nicole J. I think that was an accident to J.
So what are your goals, Nicole?
I want to make consultants. I feel like it would really help to get to executive, help financially for me and my family.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So I'm going to encourage all of you to get into the Race to Crystal Executive Facebook group. I don't see all of you in there, and you should absolutely be in there. We're going to be talking, doing assignments, posting videos. I encourage each of you to post once a day, set your goals for the day. Irina, Randall, Lisa, Vicki Brunetti, Sophia, and I have been meeting every week. And every week, we set our goals for the week and we set our intentions for the month. And it's no surprise that they have been, the top 4 in the leaderboard in the $1 Million Challenge. I think it's very important to be intentional, set your goals, set your actions for the week, and talk about what you're going to be doing. Whether you hit or miss, you got to have a goal. You got to know what you're shooting for. If you decide today that by Sunday you're going to have 2 enrollments, you're going to do it. And you're going to do everything that you can to do it. If you're just kind of flailing in the wind and, aimlessly just going, you don't really have a direction to go in. And you need some direction. This is a very goal-focused type of project. 8 weeks is all we have till the end of the year to NYKO and to get you this incredible life-changing rank advancement. It's a lot of things that come with this rank advancement, and I hope I was able to show that to you guys tonight. I believe that all of you can do this. I believe that we all have to get over our fears and really get into action and make it happen. Really just make it happen. Have the conversations. If you spoke to 3 and nobody's biting, you know what? Tomorrow you got to get out there and you got to talk to 5. I wasn't just sitting around in my first 9 months. It's going to take some work, but I promise all of you it's going to be worth it. So thank you, Ed, for always reaching down and willing to go halvesies on everything to always support the team. I think it was a beautiful gesture to invite all new executives to Arizona with us.
I said 70-30.
70 you, 30 me. Ed, do you want to add anything else? Does anyone want to share anything tonight before we kind of kick into gear tomorrow?
Can I shout someone out?
Yeah.
So one of my girls, Carol, which I know for a fact that she's on every single call, and I know she's on this call, but she actually went out to dinner with a friend and her husband and completely was not focused on Isagenix, but, nonchalantly brought it up. And long story short, she's going to be signing up for President's Pack with that. Like going out to dinner and just sharing her story. So you just never know where it's going to come from, someone that, she didn't expect it from. So I'm proud of her and just for sharing the story, and just wanted to give her a little shout out tonight.
And that's the beauty of talking to people, just talking to people, right? Doesn't have to be about Isagenix. Just talking to people, and look what happens. Hey, how are you? I'm great. How are you? Wonderful. I'm doing this amazing nutritional program. I feel great. I lost 5 pounds.
Exactly.
Simple. Guys, let's get excited about this, right? Because remember, we do this, our team's going to do this. How great. Think about this. If you haven't been to Celebration, they do a Crystal Executive Rally, right? So anybody that turns executive, they have their own separate party in 2017. How cool would it be to see some of your teammates at that party?
Yeah.
They're going to follow what we do. We make consultants, they make consultants. We hit manager, they hit manager. We hit director, they hit executive, they hit executive.
Ed, do you remember Rod Hairston taught us a signature move? So Kathy Coover was saying how she gets into her Porsche every morning and she listens to that Rihanna song. Work. And that's how she kind of gets pumped up and motivated. So I want you guys to think of your signature move, right? So when you hit executive, I want you to think of what you're going to do. What's that power move, right? So when I hit executive, it's going to be, woo! I want you guys to all think of the power move. And I want you to wake up and get out of bed every morning and practice your power move. Vicki, let me see your power move.
I was gonna bust on it. Ed's gonna twerk.
If
You were
anybody
gonna
wants to learn
twerk?
how to do a backflip, just private message me. I got you.
I'll do a belly roll.
All right. Irina, what's your power move?
I think of a good one.
On the spot. Think of one right now.
I don't think I can move like that. On the spot.
You got so many kids, you can move them.
Not in this spot.
Juggle kids.
Amber, what's your power move?
Where's she, Amber?
No,
I don't know.
you got to think of one. An impromptu power move. Yeah.
She's gonna surf on a 10-foot
You
wave.
can do the cabbage patch. You can do the jig.
Yeah, right? I like that one, Ange. I haven't seen that in a while.
Okay, use it, girl.
That's it. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that on the train.
Yeah, I've seen Ed moonwalk when he hit 5-star. It's very exciting. Okay, I see Angela Wallace hiding from you. What's your power move? Woo! We're going to be celebrating with you. Michelle Alfredo, what's your power move?
I might just jump up.
All right, jumping for joy. Jenny, are you awake?
I'm awake.
What's your power move?
I was watching your repertoire of power moves, Angela. You got a lot of them. I have no idea. I would probably, I don't know. I would probably jump up and down.
Okay.
I mean, it would be really exciting. It's about damn time.
Heather, what's your power move?
Hey, Angela.
What was it? I saw one of these. I don't know if that was like a shotgun.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, what's your power move, Heather Lynch?
Bailey said she was teaching me, what's it called?
No, Reese.
Oh, yeah, Reese did, but what's it called? Juju, the juju.
Oh, you're gonna juju on that beat.
I'm doing that dance.
I heard my daughter playing that song. It said your daddy said you're ugly. You're your daddy's child. I was like, okay. Changed a lot nowadays.
It's very popular.
I know.
Praise dancer too.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Okay, we'll take a couple more. Frida, what's your power move when you hit executive?
Girl, I'm gonna probably curse really loud.
Okay. Just gonna yell, "Fun cool! I did it!"
No, might not be fun goal. It might be a little bit worse.
Ed and Bess, give me a couple power move. Wait, you're muted. I can't hear you cursing him.
Oh, that song with really dirty lyrics.
Maybe like a Biggie song.
Yeah? Okay, awesome. So here's the plan. Here's the plan. I want everyone to think about their power move, because in 8 weeks, we're all walking out of here executives, or we are going to die trying. I mean, we're going to come out of this thing dirty, hairy, and sweaty, but we're going to give it all we got. And at the very end, when we are all at NYKO and we're celebrating at our recognition dinner, I am going to blast the music so loud, and I want to see all of us doing our power moves. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
High five each other, power moves. Okay, awesome. I got to think of a new one because I showed you mine. I wanted to be surprised now.
You got a lot of them. I like it. I like it.
Matt Morrison high kick.
Oh, that's a good one. I can't kick that high. I'm only 5'3". I think you guys are fantastic, and you can do anything you put your mind to it. Get over this stuff up here and just get into action. And the more lives you help, the more people you assist, the better it is, the easier it's going to be, and the more gratifying this will be. So thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you, Ed, for helping me plan another Race to Executive. And we're racing too. I'm on it. So I'm looking to find 10 strong again. So good luck to everyone. Post in the group daily. And as soon as you pop a consultant, just post in the group and we'll put a raffle ticket in for you. All right, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.